I go to Italy every year, and I learned something new. Last year's trip. This is the city of Florence back here. This is Piazzale Michelangelo, where you can see
Born as the son of an Italian immigrant, Biagio now runs this market in Wall Township, New Jersey.
For me, it's a part of me. It's what I am.
His father came to America back in 1966 and opened A&S Deli in '79.
For 20 years, my sister, my mother, my father, and I worked in A&S Deli.
The plan for him was to someday become a doctor.
What kind of a kid wants to work, I mean, literally 10 hours a day? But it was a family thing. It's what we did. I had to. I chose to do it later on, but for a long time, I fought it.
He worked his way through college at restaurants in the city.
I didn't really know how good I was or how good I could be until I left it. I went to NYU, and then I slowly began to realize, you know, I'm good at this. I could do this. I don't have to. I began to not hate what I grew up doing. I began to learn to love it.
That's when he discovered his talent in the kitchen.
It's a different type of cooking. It's a cooking out of love. We don't do it for the business of it.
And realized his true calling.
We grew up working every day after school in this deli, so it's my whole life, really.
He decided to take over the family business in 2003.
We're trying to get people to understand the tradition of Italian table and to bring some of the products that we put a lot of heart and love into to their table. That's really what it's all about. When I decided to take over my father's business and I had all these plans to expand, that's really when I feel like I became, you know, you move from a boy to a man.
Biagio really wanted to expand, but keeping with tradition was just as important. He changed the deli's name to Mossuto's. That's his grandfather's nickname.
I wanted the public to understand that, yes, it's the same family. Yes, we're going to keep the same sanctity of the table and maintain the traditions. You know, this is like your Italian grandma right here, minus 75 years or so. But it's the tradition of it that I appreciate. That's what I think makes this place great. We try to keep everything as authentic as possible, which is the basis of what my father started. I know that what I'm giving you is the best that I can do. And I always want to be able to hold my head up and know that, you know. And my father built a reputation around that, so all I wanted to do was expand on that reputation and do more.
Now the family's business has grown to include a bakery, a butcher shop, and a full-service restaurant and bar.
So now we have 4 culinary graduate chefs that actually have input. So certain ways you need to do things, you know, but definitely the tradition of what my father started still here. As an Italian deli in New Jersey, what we achieve here goes beyond what a lot of people do in a lifetime.
They even have a wood-fired pizza oven imported from Italy.
It cooks in about a minute and a half. And it's amazing to have one of these pies. And it's amazing for me to be able to serve this knowing what they do in Italy. And we're able to achieve here exactly what they do in Italy. Get it ready so the customers can come in. Everything usually comes in whole.
Biagio is close to celebrating 10 years of Mossuto's market, with a total of 30 years of Italian family tradition behind him.
It's all just traditional Italian products that I grew up eating, that we grew up making. And it's like I want the people that come in here and the people that shop here, I want them to know that if they're buying a piece of cheese, they're also buying a piece of tradition. The basis of Italian culture and tradition is based on this, based on collecting at the table. I know that that's a part of me. I know that it's not a part of everyone, so I would like to share that part of me with everyone. It goes back to preserving the Italian tradition, creating the culture and the sanctity of the table.
He hopes to someday pass on what he's learned to his own children.
It's the most sacred part of the day when you can get together, sit down, and appreciate each other, preserving something that is real and making sure that that's the foundation of it. Not just the business, but a foundation of the kind of person I want to be and the way I want to live my life. No one even knows we're open. I think we just need to get the word out. Up until now, I haven't.